guys, so today I'm just gonna go over and give my review on Dragon Ball Super episode 131. I also did a reaction on episode 131. If you want to check it out, I posted it last night. It's also, I believe, the trailer on my main channel for the moment, so you can check it out there, and I will also put a link near the end that will link you to my reaction. But since I rewatched the episode probably a good 15 times, I'm pretty sure I rewatched it so much I can't even remember. But the scene that really stuck out the most to me in that episode was when Goku was talking to Frieza. Basically, he was saying, if you trust me, I trust you, so you'll get resurrected, but you can't break your promise to me. And that was a really huge moment for Frieza's character in general. And I do feel like the Tournament of Power did Frieza's character justice. We got a little character development from Frieza in the Tournament of Power, which, I mean, it was expected. Ever since they announced that Frieza was coming back, I just knew in my heart that Frieza would have a huge role near the end of the Tournament of Power, which he ended up having, which I was really ecstatic about, especially because in a lot of my streams and just videos, I just never gave up hope. I always just knew in my heart that Frieza would make it to the end of the Tournament of Power and he would team up with Goku against JIREN. This episode received kind of some backlash. There were people that were saying that Vegeta and Goku should have been at the end, but we get that a lot. So I think it was really special to have Goku and Frieza. Frieza finally working with Goku, and their moves were actually pretty in sync. There was the point where Goku was like holding JIREN's arm or leg, I can't exactly remember, and Frieza goes in for the kick, and then they just double team him and they just smack him into the wall. I feel like it wasn't really surprising that Frieza and Goku were both synchronized in their movements, because if he was talking about how he just analyzes Goku's attacks and he's been practicing the perfect way to kill Goku and get his revenge, so that makes sense why he was able to work so well with Goku, because his method of training was basically training to kill Goku, and it worked well in Frieza's favor, so gotta give him that. Also the ending where Whis resurrects Frieza. Frieza says he's gonna continue on his evil ways, but Goku, they said, well, they're gonna stop him, and I was actually really surprised in the end credits that Frieza has just got his spaceship, got his soldiers back together, and he's going to rule the universe again. Well, until Goku stops him. I feel like in the future, Frieza will kind of just be that character where if there's this huge threat, maybe he'll come to help Goku, but I feel like we won't really see another Resurrection F battle. I feel like near the end of this episode, Frieza changed. He had a lot of development throughout the Tournament of Power. He still is evil, but he's not as revenge-seeking towards Goku anymore as he was in the start of the Tournament of Power, so I think that overall they played Frieza's character very well throughout the tournament. Vegeta fans could disagree because there are some people that believe it should have been Vegeta and Goku near the end, but of course there are people that say it should have been Vegeta and Goku near the end, so it's just, there will always be people that aren't happy with it, and that's totally fine because they have their own opinions and characters that they favor. I think the most predictable thing in the Tournament of Power was the fact that all of the universes were brought back in the end. We kind of expected it. I feel like a lot of us didn't want to believe that that was actually going to happen, but you know, we were introduced to all of these different characters from different universes that could be potential future storylines in Dragon Ball Super or whatever Dragon Ball series they may do in the future. So it was pretty given, and it was interesting how they basically set it up to be where they wouldn't accept a selfish wish, so I find that interesting. However, I feel like it would have been more effective if Frieza was the one to actually make the wish to bring the universes back, because I feel like a lot of us would have expected Frieza to make a selfish wish. I mean, with 17, it was pretty like, I knew that he's been changing throughout the Tournament of Power arc, so I could see him making the wish to bring back the universes instead of going on a family vacation. So the only issue I really had was the wish at the end. That was my main, like, oh, okay, they kind of took the easy way out with no stakes whatsoever, bringing back everyone. Also the fact that Frost was brought back even though they wished for universes that were erased, and Frost was erased on his own, so whatever. I'm just hoping we don't see Frost again. Maybe he'll try to get vengeance on Frieza, who knows. It felt a little fast, but you know, it was 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes if you take out commercials, and I knew I really wanted it to be an hour-long special. I felt like then we could get basically 30 minutes of the fight versus JIREN, but also I could look at it in this perspective that it got my adrenaline going because of how fast the pacing was in the beginning. I feel like maybe if they slowed it down, it wouldn't have that same effect. So I can't really tell you if it would have been better to stretch out the entire finale, because I think it could work in the way of it's fast moving, just like the battle, and the pressure's on because this is the end of the tournament. But when you think about it, there were a lot of episodes focused on Ribrianne and her posse, magical girls, that I feel like were unnecessary, and we could replace that with the ending. So it's really, you really got to think about it. There are some good and bad things about the Tournament of Power arc. I do enjoy the montage and also the homage to Goku and Vegeta's first fight on planet Earth. I think that was a great touch to the ending. So it was a beautiful homage paid to Dragon Ball Z. So I'm pretty sure a lot of Dragon Ball Z fans were freaking out. And also just the little montages at the end of where everyone is now. And it leaves me wondering where Frieza's gonna go and what his purpose will be in the future. But overall, I think it was a great finale. I'm not complaining because overall I really did enjoy it. That honestly flew by so fast how much fun I was having watching it. But there you guys go. So that was just my quick little thoughts and review on episode 131 of Dragon Ball Super. Again, thank you guys for coming along on this journey. And if you like this video, give it a like. Also subscribe to my channel for more awesome Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super content. And as always, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay fresh and bye!
You can see the world.